is a secret hidden for thousands of years. As the master of food and beverage of this place, he will reveal it to you. The world needs to know. His name is Paul Schenk.
Hi, I'm Paul Schenk, and I'm here to introduce you to the world's best-kept culinary secret. It's Korean food, also known as hanshik. Now we're going to make a dish called Nokdu-bindaetteok. Nokdu means mung bean, bindaetteok means welcome rice cake. So it's a welcome dish for our guests. I've got the bowl of mung beans soaking in front of me. Let's go give this dish a crack. Okay, so I've got my mung beans. What I've done with the mung beans come dried, and then what I've done is soaked them and then washed them. Come on in and have a look. You can see the mung beans there. They've been washed. Some still have a little bit of the green on, but in general, that's looking great. I've also got in front of me some rice that I've been soaking. It's half a cup of rice. That's also been soaking for a few hours. Dok means rice cake. There's a little bit of rice in this mixture, not a lot. So the balance is there. But funny enough, it's not really a rice cake. It's more of a mung bean cake. I'm just going to strain this off first. I'll strain off my mung beans. And then to this, what I will do is add water to make the right consistency. So behind me I've got a blender. I will add the mung beans first, and I will add all of this. That's a lot. Now, of course, if I put the blender on right now, this is going to be extremely dry. I need some moisture. So I'll put all that mung beans in, and that one poor little cup of rice. In it goes. I'll prepare some water to have ready. I'm going to put some water in first to get it started. And we'll add it bit by bit until I have the right consistency. So to get it started, that should be enough. And then more as I go. Turn it on. Wow, I think I actually got it with the water measurements straight up. That was very lucky. The texture looks good. That's about the consistency I'm after. You'll see it when I pour it into the bowl, the consistency. See how that's created a batter? I'm happy with that. All right, so I've got a pork loin ready to go. I'm after a small dice. First, I will just take off the fat. Give that a quick trim. I don't really want the fat on this one. Okay, I'll just trim that up. Good. Diced, so I'll slice through. Look at that gorgeous lean pork. There we go, that looks good. It's good looking meat. Now, this is the real recipe for Nokdu-bindaetteok. If you decide, or if you don't like pork or don't want pork, of course you can change it. It's totally up to your taste, but this is the original. Okay? That's sliced through, it's diced. I'm just going to put that into a bowl and then give it a marination. Marination time. Some finely chopped garlic I'll put in. 1 teaspoon for this amount should be plenty. I've got some spring onions chopped. A couple of spoons is good. Some sesame seeds. Sprinkling of sesame seeds. I've got sesame oil, a little bit of sesame oil, some soy sauce, that should do. We'll marinate that for a few minutes, and then I'm going to stir fry it in a nice hot pan. We're ready to cook. Here's the pork. Looking good. It's hot enough. Put it all in one go. Stir fry this off. Only take a couple of minutes. Now with this dish, Nokdu-bindaetteok, it's a real traditional classic to eat when it's raining. And these days, it's the absolute fashion. Every time it rains, everybody goes out and drinks makgeolli and has pudge on. I've got a few vegetables that I need to prepare now, so I'm just going to duck off to the fridge. Let's have a look. What have we got? Oh, look at that, my favorite. Seems to come up everywhere I go. Kimchi. I've got a couple of chilies there. Some goodies. Look at this. First thing I've got in front of me, I need to boil these mung bean sprouts. And I've got something here that's called fern break or gosari. And you can see the end of the fern, all the little leaves curled up. Going to use this. Okay, so I've got the boiling water on. Simply flash them into the boiling water. This is going to take a whole 10 seconds to do, very quickly, what we call blanching. Make sure the water's got salt in it. I put a little bit of salt in the water. We're going to strain that off and then run it under cold water to stop the cooking process. I'm ready with the mung beans. Run that under cold water. What that does is that instantly stops the cooking process. It's not going to cook any further. I'll start chopping the gosari in front of me. All I want to do is chop it into 1 centimeter lengths. So I'll try and line this out best I can. Okay, we'll start from the top, like so. We've got quite a big size batch there of the mung bean puree. So of course we need to make sure that we have enough ingredients to go inside to give it the full flavor. Okay, gosari is done. Next, I will do the mung bean sprouts. Once again, I just run a knife through them at 1 centimeter intervals. What is next? Kimchi is next. Clean down. Always good to work clean. The cleaner you work, the more organized you'll be. I just need a few leaves of the kimchi. I'm not going to wash it. The outer leaves are good to use because they're easy to chop. For this amount, I'd say 5 leaves would be a good amount. Okay. Look at that gorgeous color. A very distinct smell from the kimchi. This is going to add great flavor. Okay, green and red chili. I'm just going to thinly slice them on the angle. I'm not going to cut them or clean them or clean out any of the seeds. So we'll take off the head of the chili and then I'll slice it on the angle, fairly thin. So that wraps up our vegetable preparation. Everything's ready to go. Looking good. The next step of this is to actually mix our batter now. I call it the batter, but it's actually a puree. Look at that consistency. It's been sitting there for half an hour or 20 minutes. It's just mung beans that have been soaked and washed, rice and water. That's all we have in there at this stage. To this, I will add the chopped gosari. We've got the mung beans chopped, or the mung bean sprout chopped, and the kimchi, finally. And then I'll mix the whole lot up together. Okay, give this a mix. Come on in, Duncan, have a look at the mix. You can see the colour in there. See, such an easy recipe to make. The process of the mung beans takes a bit of time, but everything else is fairly straightforward. Okay, that's well mixed. So I've got my mixture. I want to make it a little bit thicker than a thin crust pizza. So I'm going to put it in, level it out, get it to the right size. We want quite a big size. I want it full pan size. So we bring that out to the edge. Looking good, it's sizzling. The mix, I hope it's thick enough to hold when I flip it over. It's a key point. Okay, I can see that that's a good thickness. Very natural and rustic looking. Okay, I think it's time now to put the pork on top and the chilies. The pork's cooled down. Sprinkle that on top, again as much or as little as you like. I love the pork on top, so I'm going to put quite a bit. Wow, that's loaded with pork. And then chilies. I like chili, so again, we just make sure that we press it into the batter. Come on in, Duncan, have a look, have a close look at this as I push each piece in. We're getting a good colour on the Nokdu-bindaetteok. Okay, that should be enough chili. Ready to turn it over. I've got to check it. Big spatula. Take care with this part. You can see that's holding well. The colour's good. It's crispy. Now I'm going to turn it over. Ready? On the count of 3. This should work. 1, 2, 3. It's very crispy. That's perfect. That's exactly what we are after. So, bindaetteok is ready. I have to turn it back over because I have the chilies and the pork for the presentation. Get out my trusty spatula once again. Hopefully it holds shape and doesn't break now. It's quite hot, but I'll support it with my hand. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wow. Wow, I'm really, really happy with that. We have just uncovered another world's best kept culinary secret. This is Nokdu-bindaetteok. It's a wonderful dish. Healthy, easy to make. I hope you enjoy making it. I really enjoyed making that one. That was fun.